Hi everyone, welcome back to Sauti Plus Media Hub. And we are at Chitintale Christian Fellowship Church, and it's Pink October. You may be wondering, what is Pink October? Do you know what Pink October is? Do you know your cancer status when it comes to breast cancer? Do you know all this information or you're lacking? We are here just to get you information to help you understand what Pink October is, what you need to know about breast cancer, and all the information is going to be here at Sauti Plus TV. And this is the talk show that is there to provide information in the right time and which is authentic and real, and it's there for the youth and everyone. I'll let these beautiful ladies introduce themselves since they're going to be in this discussion with us about Pink October and breast cancer. Yes, dearest.
I'm Esther.
Esther, who are you? Who is Esther? Esther who?
I'm Barry Esther,
Yes.
an activist.
Of?
Cancer.
Thank you so much, Esther. Yes, the beautiful lady.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
My name is Nabo Sadana, and I work with the Lamsawe Foundation. I'm a program director there. And yeah, we are clearly, our name speaks for ourselves. So yeah, and I'm a cancer activist also.
Nice to meet you, Diana. And lastly, the beautiful lady.
My name is Kenema Rose.
Rose.
I'm a student. Currently, I completed my certificate in nursing. So, yeah.
We have a young, beautiful nurse. We have a director, programs director, and we have Esther, an activist. It's a beautiful panel, and I believe it's more suitable and comfortable for all of us to sit in and listen to this talk show because it's going to be short, interesting, but very educative. For any comments, anything you want to know, go down to our hub, our TV, Sauti Plus Media Hub, Sauti Plus Media, Sauti Plus TV, for your comments, like, share, because this talk show is there for you. Did you know this is Pink October? Why is it even called Pink October? So for SRHR is sexual reproductive health and rights.
Okay.
And this is something that we advocate for, that we talk about, because we believe, we may think that the world knows, but many people may not be in position to know that information, because it has a lot. It has mental health, it has menstrual hygiene, it has adolescence, it has puberty, all that is under SRHR. But in connection to the Pink October, it's still under health, because cancer is concerning with health. Cancer affects everyone's health, someone's physical being, someone's mental health. It just disorganizes everything. But as we are here, I want the director to first shed more light. What is Pink October?
Basically, activism for cancer should be daily because it robs people of their lives and livelihood on a daily. But Peak October as a month was just a highlight month that is taken off the calendar to just now push out more awareness, more advocacy, more community outreaches for within the year to just be able to put it out, everybody put it out in everyone's face, confront the disease, confront policymakers, confront legislators concerning this disease. So yeah, so Pink October is just the umbrella color that is carried in the month of October in the year to just help bring out awareness. Yeah. However, I want to put out that cancer is not only represented with just one color, which is pink. So pink is a representation of the breast cancer, and also a very feminine color when you hear pink. Yeah. However, there are other colors that represent the variant types of cancer that are out there. Yeah.
So going back to the pink bit.
Yes.
Are men also affected with cancer, breast cancer?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there are like a number of myths out there in the community.
Yes.
Say breast cancer is only for women. But it's not only for women. See, breast cancer also affects men. And we have to be able to put out this awareness and also there's a bit of stigma connected to it for a gentleman to say, I actually am suffering from
Breast
breast cancer.
It's a shock.
It's a shocker to everybody, to probably
Yeah.
even his family, his friends. But yes, it can catch a guy. It can catch a guy also. And it's a unisex suffering for both women and men.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Diana.
Welcome.
Back to Esther. Esther, there are very many young ladies out there advocating for different things, SRHR, the cancer people and all. But how can we connect the advocacy bit of SRHR and cancer? Because now it looks like SRHR is not known to most people.
Yes.
You get?
Yes.
So how can we collide so that this move hand in hand? Because it's all health and it's all for the young people. We're here for the young people. We are trying to inform the young people so that they can make right choices, right decisions in the right time, not carrying on the wrong things. So how do you think you can bridge that gap as an advocate for cancer? And you can collide and bridge this gap between SRHR and cancer advocacy.
I think through the campaigns, maybe in schools, in public places like churches, and even the government hospitals, because that's where most people are and they're looking for free services. But in school, you can get a number of people, especially the young generation, campuses, the universities, maybe colleges, so that you can bridge the gap to create more awareness.
Between the SRHR world and the cancer world.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Esther. Our dearest nurse, at the rate at which cancer is, we lack a lot of information as young people. For the bit of us coming in for this screening and all, the little knowledge that I have, if I'm not mistaken, is once someone has had sexual intercourse, they can't receive a certain vaccine, which I don't really know. So I'm requesting you to shed more light about it because I'm also not so well conservative with it.
Okay, for the information I may be having a bit currently about that vaccine thing, I think it's about for the young children, maybe from the age of 12 downwards. Well, and this thing of, because the screening thing for cancer, most cases they say people who are sexually active are the ones to go for that test, for the screening, because sometimes they believe that people who are at a certain kind of age, maybe from 13 to up to 18, because one time I went to Mulago and they were like, they check for the years if you're 25 and above, but if you're not that kind of age, you're not really given the screening.
Why are you
Yes.
not given the screening? Because you're 25 and above.
When you're 25, they believe that's the age women tend to be sexually active. And that's when most women tend to like go for early marriages and have that type of relationship. Because, okay, most cases at such an age, people tend to want to, okay, I don't know, but they are sexually active at that
So
time.
I'm going to drive this question back to Diana.
Yes, please.
Why do, like what she has said, there is, I don't know if it's a myth. Is it a myth that ladies who are sexually active can't get access to the HPV vaccine? And why is it like that?
Oh, well, see, cervical cancer is easily managed by early detection. And it's also easily handled when a body, a female body has not been exposed to any kind of sexual activity. So now the estimated age group, like the community has it out here. It's literally the vaccine for the virgins. And that the estimated age group that is not involved in a lot of sexual activity, when we put out there in the communities, we say girls between the ages of 9 to like 15. And now it's sad in community that actually we are saying even for a 13-year, some people have even brought it closer to, like she mentioned, 13, whereby we have to be very sure that girl has not, her body has not gone through any sexual intercourse or sexual intercourse. Because once the body is exposed to any kind of sexual intercourse, then it has been, it has the higher degree of, have been part of introduced to the HPV virus. Yeah. So that then that only qualifies you for a screening to see if you or whatever.
But not the vaccine.
But the vaccine for cervical cancer is for, I would say, they're still girls. It's for girls between ages of 9 to like 15, and you have to even ensure that there has not been any kind of sexual activity.
So it's directly for virgins.
Mainly
for virgins.
No,
I don't,
my
the
question-
community put that out, like everyone says, so it's for virgins.
It is, because that's my lay
It is.
understanding. So
It is.
there are virgins who are 22.
Yes.
Now, yes, now the virgin, you're out there and you know, you're sure that you've not had any sexual activity, take the vaccine. You can come through and talk to a medical practitioner.
I want you to face the camera and tell them there are very many.
Also,
And they are having the wrong information.
So once you're older and you've been abstaining properly, come through, talk to privately to a medical practitioner, tell them your situation, your body situation, and then they'll be able to advise you on the right measures. But there should not be a problem for you taking on that vaccine.
So
Once you're absolutely sure.
So I'm this 22-year-old
Yes.
and I know I just slept with someone like 2 months ago, my first time, and I want to come and tell them, guys, I'm a virgin, by the way, please give me that vaccine.
Oh, no.
I don't want to die young.
Oh no, you cannot come and take that vaccine. If you know your sexual history, this vaccine is connected to sexual history. And that's why we're saying it's for a little girl at 9 to a 15-year-old who has not had any sexual activity and intercourse with her body. So if you had sex 2 months ago and that was your first time and you're not doing it again and the body has a memory, yeah, you cannot take this vaccine.
What happens if I take it in? Because there are we are very many stubborn people in this world. So what happens if I still head in for this vaccine? Is there a detector for virginity that we don't know about in the medical center?
No, there's I not to my knowledge, but what happens if your body has been faced with it and then you'll open up your body to even like lots of risks. Yeah,
Yes.
most of risks, a lot of risks. So don't do that. By the way, they say lie to everybody except yourself and your doctor. When you come to your doctor, okay, even your lawyer, but when you come to your doctor, because the lawyer will save you time in prison, but when you come to your doctor, you have to be able to say the truth. So if you're 18, and this is why this vaccine it's parental consent, it's honest conversations. You have to sit with your 14-year-old and say, if you're going to lie to me and I do probably a mistake with this, it's not acceptable. So it's very honest conversations between parents and daughters. So after that, then you can activate on that, yeah? And bring your child to a screening unit like today where we are in Kitintale, and then the child takes that vaccine. Okay. But for real assurance is 9 to 12 years old. Yeah.
So Esther, Diana has talked about something. Are children very comfortable talking about their sexual reproductive health and rights, everything concerning sexuality to their parents? Can I sit down with my mom? I'm 14 and I tell her, you see now, mom, actually I can't head there. Are they comfortable to do that?
No.
As an African setting, sincerely speaking.
No, they're not.
So how are we going to enable them to be able to speak? Because when we look at the rate of teenage pregnancy right now, it's high. And most children who are getting these pregnancies it's the same age that you people are emphasizing on. And these children are not comfortable enough to tell their parents, you see, Ma, no, I slept with someone. I can't head there. So how there can you give me a say, Esther, on that?
I think this comes from the
homestead or the
maybe,
family
or the setting, maybe the family. Because if a child is close enough to their parents or guardians, some are not with their parents, but the guardians also. If they are close enough and they feel free to say whatever they feel like to that person, it will be very okay for that child or daughter to sit down with their guardian or parent and discuss about the sexuality things, maybe about their virginity if they are still virgins. Because if you do not create enough time with your daughter when they're growing up, believe me, when that child grows, they will not tell you certain things they consider to be secrets to themselves.
True. They
Maybe
confide in their friends.
they'll just run to some other people who will not even help them at the end of the day.
True.
So I just think that parents should try so hard when the child is growing to create a connection, a very tight connection with them, so that they can easily tell them what they feel, what they think about, and all that.
Esther, right now this screening and vaccination is taking place at a church, which is very beautiful. So what are we comfortable enough if we are not confiding in our parents? Do we confide in our church leaders? Are they willing to give us a listening ear to hear us out? Maybe I slept with someone and I can't tell my mom, and I want to tell my pastor, I want to tell my priest, the reverend, the canon, or something. Are they really is that comfortable access? Is it there? Are they more willing to talk to the religious leaders? Are the religious leaders more willing to understand them and maybe advise them? Or they be like, no, child of God, you made a mistake.
Well, as Esther had said, sometimes it depends on the closeness you have with someone.
True.
And sometimes even these pastors encourage these sensitization campaigns, just like the way you're seeing here.
Yeah.
Because some people don't have, some people are like, they need that personal attendance too.
Yes.
Some people feel they need to see like something related to something concerning reproduction, so that maybe they can try to open up. Because someone may not find the guts to talk to a pastor unless maybe they are too close to those religious leaders. So sometimes I think that can help. And other cases can be that due to the teenagers, due to the fact that it's now a .com era.
Yes.
So the social media, it can also be done via social media in a way that's how people get the information and maybe try to put in so much effort to reach out to those points now, like here. So that's what I can.
Thank you, Esther. Diana.
Yes, please.
What are the challenges that ladies and girls face to access these screening, the vaccination and all? Because when I hear screening for the first time, I'm from Masaka.
Yeah.
And I hear screening, that's already a big word to me. I'm like, no, that is money, you people.
Wow.
Don't tell me that's 100,000. I don't have that money.
Yes.
I can't take my young child, even though I would really want her to be protected and all.
Yeah.
So there is that bit of, let me first start with that. How much money does one need to go for screening or for this vaccination?
Oh, well. Okay. Very good question. When a campaign like this is being run, first, it's not only going to be run in one language.
Yes.
So we try to dissect the campaign to go across a lot of languages.
Yes.
So that whoever listens to it is able to understand. For example, when we were coming to Chitintale Fellowship, Christian Fellowship, were able to talk to the pastor in the Luganda service
Yes.
and tell them, bannange muje kino kikwatako ku buli mukyala oba olina n'abaana ki ab'obuwala. So in this way we are putting down information in the easiest lay language of that community. And after that, also, these campaigns are supported a lot by, of course, the community first, accepted by the regulators of the communities, then they're also supported by different NGOs and activists around the world to help women thrive and live a healthy life. So, yes, they are fully funded. And when we come out, because this, the most women, the ones that we are reaching to, do not have access to this kind of medical help and medical information. So they come at a free. Ekintu kya bwerere, you come at a free, just create time. The only thing that we take from you is your time. Your time to know your body. That's your only fee. Like they came here very early. We're very impressed with the ladies here.
Yes.
Came early at 7:30 and they sat. We were taking their names and all that. They came with their children, their breastfeeding mothers. So they are very curious. So it's two things that are needed for a community advocacy. The curiosity of the women and also their time. Now, once they come here, then it's free. Sometimes we provide for them a little bit of water, and we also try to make sure it's quick so they can go back to their usual homesteads and responsibilities. But yeah, it's free. All we need is your time, and then being able, time and honesty. Because like I mentioned, please have to come. The medical practitioners already here.
Yes.
When the one-on-one conversations are very private, so you tell her the truth, and she's going to be able to advise you.
So still, what are the challenges that are faced by these ladies?
Yeah, some of the challenges that are faced
in accessing
this.
Yes.
I mentioned the one of language.
Yes.
The language barrier, when you don't understand that, when they fail to understand the messaging. Then the other challenge is, would say, is that woman walking in her full individuality, or she has to report to someone, a head of the household, and talk about a few things there. So it's leadership. Yeah, leadership. Because different women are under different leadership settings.
Sure.
So it's that leadership that we also talk to. Like that woman can face as a challenge. Okay, so she has heard about this vaccination. Her children are within the age group. She knows she has kept them well. So there's a barrier of she may have to talk to her husband. There's a barrier of she may have to explain this to a certain power hierarchy.
Yes.
So we have to understand that hierarchy that most women are under. The other challenge that women could face accessing such services is, because I would say distance, but not really, because now we come
bring it to the community.
we bring it to the communities.
Yeah.
Another challenge that will be is, again, and the inability. We take this for granted, but the illiteracy levels.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very real that you think you put up a flyer and a poster, but someone can't read it.
Yes, they won't understand.
So it's going back very traditionally and speaking, doing the one-on-one foot.
Yes.
Foot out.
One-on-one telling them.
Yeah. So it's that we can't take for granted that they're going to be able to read. We can't take for granted that they'll be able to tune in at that time when the podcast is actually on. And now even the podcast is for like a certain level of women, because our women that we normally reach out to are moms. They don't have time. They're hardly on the internet.
Yes.
They're not on the internet. So it's a lot of physical work. So that's why I say time is very important. Even for us, from that side of community outreaching, we have to make time. Come on ground. See where they're going to church. See where they're in the market areas, where they're seated, in their homes, the ones who are stay-home moms. Then we reach out to them and let them know. So, the other challenge could be how to, if the outreach is put on a day that is heavy, that is her money-making day, she may not show up.
True.
So we have to find a day
that's suitable.
That is friendly. Yeah, for that community. When do they make money? You must know that day.
Yes.
When do they not make money? When are they available? So you say that the outreach is on this day, please come and go away. So it's, and make time and then you'll go away. So then, yeah, it's time for them to give you their time. Yeah. So those are some of the challenges that we have faced on ground, because transport is no longer an issue anymore. Yeah, the women know where the places, and then
Yeah.
Also the venues that we choose are well known
By
by
everyone.
everybody.
So thank you so much, Diana. As we have heard from our dearest guests, they have given their view of points. They have explained what is Pink October. At least now we know what Pink October is, and we know that breast cancer can affect both male and female. It's not a female-centered disease as it's termed. It is for everyone. But again, we have attained the information that if you know you have made any sexual encounter, please, the vaccine is not your place to go, but screening is available.
Yes.
And if you are a virgin and you're 25, girl, come running. And any place that you see that there is vaccination taking place or screening, head in and get it, because it's very important that our reproductive health is very safe and secure, and that our mental health system is fine and okay.
Yeah.
But it's very right to have the right information always, as we have received it from our talk show today. Heading back to the nurse as we are getting done with our podcast, what is your say to the young ladies out there? Because, cancer is not an issue that the youth think of, first of all. We first think of pregnancy and HIV. I don't have that, I'm good to go. So what are you advising them? What are you telling them? Because we are scared of two things. If it's not pregnancy, it's HIV, it's the rest. SDI, even SDIs, they don't have this fear. Because they be like, cancer. There is even a term, cancer wabagaga.
Wow.
You get. So what's your say?
My advice, I would love to say is, first of all, an individual, you're supposed to take that confidentiality in you. If you know that, okay, you're someone who's sexually active, please go for the screening, because I know some people can be out there and they're afraid, they don't believe in themselves. They're like, now for me as a person, what can I do?
Yeah.
It's not my, okay, people don't have that confidence to go out there and get that screening.
Heading to you, Esther. As I've termed, you are an advocate for cancer.
Yeah.
You're standing at the forefront for cancer. What myth would you want to tell these people out there that, oh no, this is so wrong? Because under every space we have myths. It's like with contraceptives, they be like, you're taking contraception, you're going to be barren. Taking contraception, you won't give birth. Taking contraception, and we know some contraceptives are just hormonal.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that myth as an advocate that you want to tell these people that, guys, this is wrong, but this is the right thing?
Like you said, that some people know or think that cancer is for the rich. It's not true, and not at all.
Yeah.
And most people, especially the young people, think cancer is only for the old people. They really look at that as a very correct statement.
Yeah.
And most people, like in this current situation, most people that are dying of cancer are the young people. And for them, they think that it's only for the old, which is not true. They need to change their mindset about that. Cancer is for all age groups. Even the 0 years can get cancer.
Thank you so much, Esther. Diana.
Yes, please.
My one question that I had forgotten.
Yes.
Are the men eligible to come and get this vaccine if they have not been sexually active?
Okay. By the way, thank you for bringing up men. Men are a very important part of the vaccination and outreach processes. Men should come and learn. Men are fathers to daughters. So we need them to come and learn and understand what's going on this. But today we are vaccinating for cervical cancer. So men, no, do not get this vaccine for cervical cancer because it's for the cervix.
Cervix. Okay.
It's cervix. So it's a very woman-led struggle. I would say that. But where we still say, let men come, and you've seen them in the tent.
Yes, they have come. They are
so why we
present.
want them to come? Because they're fathers to daughters. They have
True.
wives. They need to understand this information that we are putting out. They have probably moms. They have grandparents. They are a community. They are in our community.
So there is no vaccination for men.
No, there's no vaccination for men.
Point noted.
Yes.
What is your last say as a leader,
Okay.
as an advocate for cancer? What would you want to share with the women, mothers, young girls out there?
All right. First, you are a woman. Then being a woman is a journey. So you are a woman, then one day probably you become a mother, then you become a grandmother. Then even if you're not, and being a mother is not only biological children, you are a mother to even children in your community. So, or you're a mother to children that you can adopt. So the one word that I give every woman when I normally have an opportunity and a platform to speak, continuously be aware. Be aware. Be aware about your body. Be aware about diseases that affect us. Be aware about your health. Then once you know, you can be able to pass it on to other women. There's no way our nurse is the same. There's no way she's the same. And then she's behind her is a lot of people that she can pass on to the information, and also her children and her children's children and all that. There's a lot of, so once you educate her, it's very important. So do not, I tell women, don't keep yourself in the not knowing. So don't be in an area where you do not know. So find out, the people are there, technical people are there, the outreaches are here. Leave home for 20 minutes, come, even if you just come to ask questions, then you walk away. Then another time you'll take the vaccine. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Come and find out information. Go and sleep on that information. Think about it. Then, but for me, it's awareness. It's a beginning of a lot of healing. It's a beginning on a lot of really revival. Begins with an awareness. Yeah.
One last question that I had forgotten, and I'm asking it on behalf of our viewers and our listeners.
Yes.
How long is this campaign?
All right. Like we said, we really do a lot of work in October to amplify everything.
No.
So we've been doing a series of so many things in October. But they are planted centers. The October is like
the month.
The grand month. However, there are planted centers out which you can always go. Like I would say, if in a community of Luzira, Golo Beach, Tintale, and what, we have Goodwill and Chiswa Health Center. Okay. Those are centers that women can walk to and say, bannange nze wano kuyiga ku bintu bya cancer. Saasobola kujja ku eri outreach gye bakola eri naye njagala kutegeera. Waliwo ka vaccine ako ke bakola ki ke boogerako. Go and see a practitioner in a government safe place or a center 3 that has been planted. The different ones that we're working with. There's one in Mukono, there's one here in Chitintale, then of course Chiswa. So as we are here on part of awareness, but then behind us is a whole team of medical practitioners.
Thank you so much, Diana. As we come to the end of our talk show, it has been a fruitful one of knowing and learning. Yep. What have you learned? What have you unlearned? What have you discovered? What myth have you dropped? What new information do you feel like you need to share to everyone on your TikTok, on your Instagram, on your contact list? It's very healthy and it's very important that you become that informative person. Information is power. Share it with your friends. Share it with your mother. Share it with your community people. Share it with your classmates, workmates, because cancer is real. Cancer is not only for the rich. Cancer is not only for the old. Cancer is for every age group. And we are in the month where we are fighting cancer, where we're trying to make awareness, where we are aligning everything right to make the right choices and the right decisions even though we are youths, even though we are young, it's right that we have everything in point and the right information. We are here at Chitintale Christian Fellowship, and it has been a grand celebration for me as a person, seeing men coming in to know about cancer, to know about their health, to learn more about their children's health, coming in, seeing dads coming in with their young ones is such an important moment. And this has all gone down at Chitintale Fellowship Christian Center, and we are very happy. And one thing I would say before we come to the conclusion of the show is please share, like, tweet, comment, and let this spread to the world. Let everyone know about cancer before the month of October comes to an end. I remain your host, Elizabeth, and it was a pleasure having you for this Pink October.